Hey guys, welcome to episode 17 of the Weekly Update, the series where I talk about the paddles that I hit throughout the week. Now, unfortunately, this week I didn't get a chance to hit that many new paddles, mainly because I was spending time trying to figure out which bread and butter paddle I was going to bring to the Nerdy Tourney. Now, for those of you that watch the All Drive No Drop podcast, you'll know that I decided to go with the Bread Butter Shogun. And so for today's video, we're going to do something slightly different, and we're going to watch some gameplay I have using the Shogun, and I'm going to do some commentary and analysis on it. This way you guys will get an idea of what I'm looking for when I'm rewatching the old footage, and the things I'm looking to improve on. Now, this game's going to be interesting because I'm going to be playing against some higher level players that I normally don't get to play with, and I'll be the only one on the court using a Gen 2 while everyone else is using a power paddle. Now, one more thing is I'm still recovering from my allergies, so the audio on this video isn't going to be the greatest, also because my pop filter broke, so just going to apologize in advance for that. But anyways, let's get into it. Okay, obviously a terrible shot at the end there, but this is a good drop to get us into the transition. But the other team does do a good job at forcing my partner to be on his back foot. So they're making him hit half volleys and pop these up a bit. Now this one gets popped up and you can tell my opponent wants to go for a heavy roll against me, but he pops it up and I get too overexcited, raise my head too soon, and I just completely whiff that. So mistake on my part. All right, so our opponents right here do a great job at pressuring us again. So my partner didn't anticipate the spin on that shot, so he pops that one up. And now I'm pushed off the line. I give up a dead dink that floats high, and I get pressured again, and I float another one up. But I get bailed out here because he wants to go for something aggressive, and he just makes a mistake there. All right, so this is a good drop here. So I get a pop up from my opponent, and I opt to go for a drive instead of a drop. I catch my opponent off guard, but my partner just makes a small mistake when finishing it off. All right, so we get a smooth transition up to the kitchen line, but my opponent here does some good forehand roll dinks. So especially this one right here catches my partner off guard and forces a mistake out of him. Okay, this could have been bad, and my opponent almost gets this back, but I do think the Ernie was the right play. I just needed to aim a bit better, either at his feet or a bit more towards the middle. Very lazy play from me right here, but my partner does a great job at resetting and then catching them off guard in transition and starting this firefight. But because I don't follow up and I'm off the line, I make a mistake here on a tough shot. All right, right here is the exact 1-2 combo I'm looking for on my two-hander when I'm coming in from transition. So good confidence booster for me, gets my head back in the game, and you can hear my partner's happy with me right now. Good defensive play here for my partner and I, and there was a slight hindrance with my partner yelling timeout here, but I also almost give up the ATP here, and luckily he just misses it. And now you can hear the other court telling us that we're being too loud and that my partner needs to be quiet.
Good thinking on this point. It's all these shots are low and hard to attack. Now this next one right here, it clips the net a bit, and my partner sees it pop up slightly and tries to speed up and go for a body bag, but that's just a tough one to do. So since this is rec play, the other team is choosing not to stack even though they are righty-lefty combo. And my partner kind of takes advantage of this and lobs in the middle, so forces a weak overhead from them. Alright, I almost give up the ATP again, and the other team does a good job at capitalizing on that high ball, but I think these balls just don't have enough juice, and they're not offensive enough, so he gets stuck hitting a tough shot there and making a mistake. So this right here is just bad technique for me. We're on the defensive right now, and we're doing okay at staying alive and slowly moving up. Now this next shot, I get to it, but I just cut it instead of lifting with my shoulder, and that's what causes the error right there. Yep, this is a blooper reel right here. So that's an excellent drive. I get that pop-up, but then I get too excited and then just completely shank that. I think the dinking here could have been better for me, so I don't do enough with this one, and then I get forced on my back foot into a half volley. Now he goes to my forehand here, and I'm ready for it, but I just float that up a bit too high, and now I go for an aggressive roll, but unfortunately clip the top of the net and give up an ATP. All right, so this is the same problem we were just talking about earlier. So this reset is a bit too high and I get my partner sped up on, and he does a great job at getting that back, but right here should be an easy routine shot, but I cut that again instead of lifting with my shoulder, forcing an error. Now this is a good play for my partner here. He does a good job at pressuring the other team and pushing them off the line. And he gets the lefty a bit impatient, so he speeds up. But they both do a great job at still staying in the point and starting that firefight. But great job on my partner here for staying in it and then finishing it off. All right, so this point starts out good. I keep the ball low so the lefty can't speed up, and I get an aggressive volley here, pushing the other guy off the line, and then another aggressive dink here, pushing him off the line again, but I'm not pinching middle, and that causes a pop-up, so he speeds up on my partner, getting another pop-up, and I should be pinching middle here to cover that, but I react way too late, and because of that, I have a tough time getting this reset, and I ultimately miss it. I get lucky here. That could have been really bad. All right, so the point here starts off pretty neutral. Nothing too exciting here. All the dinks have been fine. Now, the lefty does put both hands on his paddle, and I am reading a speed up, so I'm waiting for it here, but he does a great job at staying in the point. I managed to recover and make sure I'm keeping the ball angled down, and that helps my partner finish out the point. Really unfortunate there because we really wanted that point. But we're doing a good job here staying in the point, being on defense, and I get a good reset here, getting us into the kitchen. And now my partner gets sped up on and almost has it, but just not quite. All right, match point for the other team. Now, my partner tries to be sneaky and go for a lob, but unfortunately, it's not good enough, and he sees it as the other team winds up, and we just wait for our impending doom. But, anyways, that's it for this match. Let me know what you thought about this video in the comments down below. Thanks, guys.